This is the setup and test of the brownout level with the AC fail signal on the PS 160-4-BR. The setup we've got a Variac with a safe block. We've got a power analyzer, an oscilloscope. I'll talk about where that's connected shortly. We've got the power supply itself and a load tray that can simulate up to the peak power of the unit. Note the 5 volts of the load is connected via a diode. This is to simulate the volt drop and then be compensated by the voltage compensation. So the oscilloscope, we've got both channels connected. The first channel is connected directly across the AC going into the unit, and the second is connected to the power fail signal on the secondary of the unit, negative to the 0 volts. So initially the voltage is set to 115 volts. I'm going to turn the mains on. When the mains on, I'm going to just put the scope to run normally. See, as I vary the AC, the waveform on the scope is changing. Okay, I initially noticed that the power fail signal was low on the scope. I've just found that the scope probe wasn't quite connected correctly, so I've reconnected that now, and you'll see that with the mains on and up at around 115 volts, that the power fail signal is high. Winding the mains down, we can see that the power fail signal changes clean, going up and down with a slight amount of hysteresis. If I set the scope to trigger on the falling edge as the mains goes down, and we show the values as I wind the mains down, I need to set the scope to a single trigger. As I wind the mains down, captures that waveform going down. Again, it's clean, and we can see that the voltage at which the mains was when toggled over is 84.9 volts. If I then reset the trigger on the scope so that it's now for the rising edge, and again set the trigger point, as I wind the mains back up, again it changes over cleanly. I go back to the measured value, see that it's 88.1 volts. Changing it back to the falling edge on the scope as a trigger, and applying all of the loads to the unit. This is absolute peak for the unit, is outside of its actual spec. This just proves that there's very little variation and you can go again, you see 85.4 going down, and 88.9 volts coming back the other way. Can't leave the unit in this state forever, as this is way above its actual specification. That shows that the unit and that power fail function is working correctly.